I'm yellow, I know. It's just because the light is shining on me and otherwise you wouldn't be able to see me, and we don't want that now, do we? I'm really sorry that I haven't posted a video in a very, very long time. It's getting harder and harder to do so because uni is getting so hectic, and I'm just trying to keep it all under control so that obviously I get good grades at the end of it. And a while ago I was asked if I could do a video based on the transition from primary school to high school and how to deal with all this stress and how to deal with keeping the nerves under control, and this is also relevant to anyone that's going from year 12 onwards to university or college. So I hope you enjoy my little tips. They are tips that I followed myself because, well, it'd be pretty bad if I, gave you advice and didn't actually follow it myself, because how would I know if it worked? And, well, what's the point of me even doing that? So I've got my tippies on my phone. I'm going to read them to you. Okay, so I'm just going to say hello to the Year 6 class that I'm actually going to be dedicating this video to. Hello, how are you all? Very excited to be talking to you all. So, let me start by saying, get lots of sleep leading up to the days that you go to school. Get a lot of sleep, because there's nothing worse than sitting in a class just like... You don't want to do that. It's uncomfortable. You wish that you were awake and you want nothing else but to be in your bed at home. Thus, you're not focusing on what's happening around you, but you're more focusing on what's going on at home when you're not even there. Eat good food, and when I mean good food, I mean healthy. I have recently been eating healthy food and have been changing sort of my diet, and it's actually made me feel more awake, I suppose, and more with everything that's going on. And I think it's actually helping me focus on things because I've got good food going into my body rather than all of that bad stuff like chips and fats and all that sort of stuff. It's not very good for you, and it does actually affect your brain and all that sort of stuff. It's not good. So you just want to eat healthy and make sure that you're healthy on the inside, because you'll be glowing on the outside if you do that, and also you'll be paying so much more attention to what's going on in classes and what's happening. Make sure you eat brekkie on the first day. You don't want to have a grumbling tummy. That's not good. It's embarrassing. It happens to me all the time. Like, I do eat food, but my tummy just doesn't keep it in. It's weird, and I just get hungry all the time, and it's embarrassing when you just are sitting in a silent class and it grumbles. It's embarrassing. Make sure you're organised so you know where your rooms are, who your teachers are, because I know it can be very scary when you don't know where anything is. I had to go into university not knowing anyone, not knowing the environment I was going into, but when I organised myself, I knew where my classes were. I looked them up on the map before I actually got there, so I had a rough idea of where to go. And also, don't be afraid to ask questions about where things are, because people are going to be willing to help you. They're going to want to help you. Actually listen. And I know it's probably easier said than done for some people. It probably is. But try and listen to everything that the teachers are saying. Try and listen to all that sort of stuff. That's the sort of thing that you should already know in primary school. You should be listening now. And you just need to make sure that you focus a lot, because it will be really good in the long run. Like, you'll thank yourself for it if you listen a lot. Because rather than when it comes to studying time, when you have to study for exams, rather than having to learn like a whole semester or a whole term, you already have that knowledge in your brain because you've been listening, and it just takes off so much stress and so much pressure. And plus, you'll be in the good end, because all the students that didn't listen, they'll be struggling, but you'll be breezing through. It's great. And what I just said just then is sort of stuff that you need to prepare yourself physically kind of for. But I will now move on to the whole part I think that people freak out about, which is making friends. Now, it is scary, I know, and I can't say that it's not, because I was scared when I had to go into uni not knowing anyone, and I'm not going to lie to you, it is a little freaky, but just because you're scared doesn't mean you can't do it. When you go into university or when you go into high school, people are going to be in the same boat as you no matter what. There is never going to be one person only who doesn't know everyone. There's going to be a handful of people that are going into this foreign place that know nobody. So you're not alone. And the thing that works best for me, the tactic that I use, is you find somebody, or if you're standing outside of your class, you see somebody who's also standing alone, you just go over and you just go over to them and say, do you know anyone in this class? Or, is this your first year? And they're probably going to say, no, actually I don't know anyone, and yeah, this is my first year. And there is actually conversation that you can start off from that, saying like, oh no, I don't know anyone either. This is pretty scary, isn't it? And it's always worked for me. I've got a great bunch of friends at university now. It makes it so much easier to cope with everything. But initially, yes, it is scary to make, like, the whole idea of making friends, going into a place where you don't know anyone. Because after being in primary school, after being in high school for such a long time with so many people that you know, not knowing anyone, it's scary. But also, if you were someone that maybe didn't even have a lot of friends in primary school or in high school, this is your chance to sort of start fresh, to find the people that you mesh well with. Because there is always going to be someone that you can be friends with. Not everyone was made to be just individual people walking this earth alone. You've all got someone that you just click with. And I think the idea of that makes high school and university so much easier. It just makes the whole concept less scary. And I just want to wish anyone who is going into high school, you year sixes, because in 2015 the year 6 kids are going into high school, because that's schooling system's all changing, I don't know. But this is really towards year 7ers as well, who are going into high school next year. It may be scary, I know, I totally understand that. I went through that this year at the beginning of the year, went into university not knowing anyone, and I'm ending this year with a bunch of friends that I love dearly. So, heads up, make sure you follow all my tips, eat healthy, get lots of sleep, listen, and you will do fine. You will do great. And it's so much fun. It is so much fun. And at the beginning, it's like, this is so new, this is so scary. But getting into it is so much fun. I love it so much. I never want to leave. And I hope that makes things a little less stressful. And I hope all goes well, because all of you will do great in wherever it is that you're going, because you can all do it. And that's that from me. I love you, and good luck.